What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pearl Media. In today's episode, we'll be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Let's get into it.
Hello?
Hi, my smoke is
Hold on. Hello?
Hi.
How old are you?
23.
All right. What's your question or your issue?
Well, this is called More Degrees, More Problems, and I was a communications major, and I want to know why you talk about communications majors.
How long have you been watching my show?
About a week and a half.
What are most okay, hold on. What can you use a communications degree for to earn?
I love that question. Actually, I want to use a communications major because I see myself working with you in Atlanta, Georgia, and actually being able to intern as a transactional analyst so that I can go back to school and carry on work with my communications major.
That's a bunch of words.
And I learned so much from communications major.
But how much money do communications majors tend to earn?
That's why I had to quit. I don't even want to find out.
I don't understand.
I was a sophomore at the University of Georgia, and it was a communications major that I finally declared before I quit.
So you dropped out of school?
I was at the University of Georgia, and technically I am a dropout.
Okay, so I don't understand the question. You said I'm a communications major, and you're asking why I say
the question is, communications is so important in the work.
It's a bullshit degree. No. That's they don't teach what I do at university.
Exactly. And
hold on, stop. You got a lot to say and you don't know enough. Communications is a way to get women like you to spend money on college for something that's not going to pay you. Communications, political science, psychology, sociology, criminal justice.
You said criminal justice.
All these things are in the humanities when you should be focusing on science, engineering, technology, math, some sort of professional degree. Criminal communications, you can get that degree anywhere. And what does it do to the bottom line?
I think it's so important in our community. And also
do what?
Well, I just want to know too.
To do what? It's important. Okay, you think it's important, but you can't say why.
I can.
Right, because far too many of us want to sound smart when we're saying dumb shit. It's not good. It's not a good degree. It doesn't matter.
I have used 5 tools for communications that I can list off.
Ma'am, you cannot go into the open job market and command a high income. You need high income skills. Competence gets compensated. And see, what you're showing is the example of good marketing.
Thank you.
No, that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. You guys have been told that because you can string together multi-syllabic words that it's going to impact or do something. It won't. It's fluff. You need a degree that's going to actually give you some competency.
So why do we talk about bringing all these things to the table? Is that degree something we should bring to the table then?
Who said bring what thing to the table?
I'm not sure if you said this, but this is definitely something that you or the people in my generation, and you kind of mentioned like my age, we always talk about, or they always ask women, or they always ask a man, what can you bring to the table?
Those are two different things.
Because they might bring two different things.
A woman and a man are two different things.
I know, that's right.
Did you raise with your mother and father?
I didn't hear you.
Were you raised with your mother and father in the household?
You said, was I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what do you want to? So what do you plan on doing with your life?
Actually, I plan on taking the communications and not being yet graduated, learning how to use it in my own life and as well as spread it with others, because like I said, those 5 tools are so important and they're simple in relationships.
Ma'am, you keep saying these are so important. They're not even important enough for you to finish the degree.
Right. Why didn't, so God.
No, God didn't. No, ma'am. I need you to stop worrying about the chat room and Instagram and understand that you're just being bubbly and trying to sound positive, but it's not making a lot of sense.
It has made much more sense when I quit school, when I put that degree on hold, and I am just.
But what are you going to do with yourself?
So that career path would be super.
What career path? What career path?
Actually, I would love to partner with Young Nails. My name is Alexandria Young, and
no. What are you going to do? Stop trying to promote yourself and use my platform to get attention. I'm not joking, young lady. I'm seeing a woman right now, a young lady who does not know what's going on. You're 23. You didn't finish college. Are you still living at home? Do you have a job? Okay. Then what's your plan for the next step of life?
I actually emailed you requesting written permission for the last live that I saw you on, and I would love to just take that work on.
Ma'am, my content is not a plan for your life.
Your content is amazing. And
thank you, but my content is you don't have a plan.
I'm also not a career woman.
Okay, but you still have to eat and need shelter. Who's going to provide that for you?
And I need to provide for myself.
Okay, well, then let's turn down the bubbly. That's what I'm trying to ask you. What are you doing? It's like you're not in school, you're living at home. And you got a lot of things to say, and it sounds like dreams. That's fine, but you need some structure.
I agree.
Where's your father?
He passed today, September 23rd.
He passed when? Yesterday?
Not this morning.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you take some time to think about some of the things that I'm saying. Communications. On the surface, it sounds like something that could be very useful, but it's not something that's in high demand, and
it's not.
And it's easy to attain. So something that's easy to attain has a low value. Accounting would be better than communications because at least you could do that. You could be a bookkeeper. You could do that from home. It's a very useful skill set.
Thank you.
And hopefully when you have time to decompress and everything else, have some time to think, but you will need a structure for your life going forward. Even though things may be in flux right now, in the next several months, you're going to need a direction because at 23, you'll be 25 before you know it. Have a good day.
You know, this is exactly what we've seen too much of today. She's 23 years old, dropped out of her communications degree, and instead of facing reality and building a real plan for her life, she's out here trying to sound intelligent with fancy words that don't mean anything. And the sad part is, she doesn't even realize how obvious it is. See, there's a big difference between actually being intelligent and just sounding intelligent. Throwing around buzzwords, talking circles around yourself, trying to impress people with vocabulary, it doesn't hide the fact that you're jobless and have no direction. At the end of the day, talk is cheap. What really matters is execution, stability, and discipline. She's talkative, she's clueless, and it's clear she hasn't taken the time to actually map out her future. At 23, you should at least have some kind of vision for where you're headed, whether it's finishing school, starting a career, or developing a skill that sets you apart. But instead, she's caught up in sounding like she knows it all when in reality, she's showing everyone she doesn't know much at all. And here's the problem. Men see right through that. No high value man is going to invest in someone who can't back up their words with action. You can't expect respect just because you can talk a lot. You earn it through results, through discipline, through building something real. If she doesn't get serious soon, she's going to wake up a few years from now still talking, still chasing validation, and still with nothing to show for it. Life rewards action, not empty words. And right now, she's proven she's got no plan, no foundation, and no clue where she's headed.